everybody.
Hello.
So I think that we have made it pretty clear so far on the podcast that we are theater people, and Caroline is busy with a show at the moment. So unfortunately, she did not have time to record, but that's okay because we have a special little guest star. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Erin. I'm also a theater person, and that is how I met Jordan and Caroline.
Yeah. So we're gonna have I don't want to call it a mini episode because I've still done like a full episode's worth of research.
The work in.
Yeah. But it is a little bit different than our normal episodes. But we will still finish with ghost stories from both of us. Mm-hmm. Or not ghost stories, paranormal experiences from both of us. So let's get started.
All right.
Okay. Have I told you what we're talking about today, or did I leave that for a surprise?
I think it was a surprise.
Okay. Well, today we are talking about cryptozoology.
Ooh.
And some random cryptids.
Love it.
So, just a brief overview of cryptozoology for anybody who doesn't know. It is a pseudoscience study of unknown, legendary, or extinct animals whose present existence is disputed or unsubstantiated.
Ooh.
It is considered a pseudoscience because it does not follow the scientific method and largely relies on anecdotal evidence.
And I'm okay with that, you know?
We all need someone to believe in us, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I do think later, if people want this, then I might do an entire episode just on the subculture of cryptozoology. Because I was reading just like the overview on the Wikipedia page, and whoever wrote that Wikipedia page has such visceral disdain for cryptozoology.
They're so mad they have to make the page.
Yeah.
Ugh, can't believe
they were
this.
like, allegedly, and like, there's no evidence, and just like, it was just dripping with disdain.
Rude.
For this pseudoscience. It was very funny to read. But the name cryptozoology comes from ancient Greek and literally means the study of hidden animals. Mm-hmm. The field originates from the works of Bernard Heuvelmans, not entirely sure how you pronounce that, and Ivan Sanderson, who were both zoologists, so had actual backgrounds in biology. Back in 1955, Heuvelmans published On the Track of Unknown Animals, and the term cryptid came about in 1983 from J.E. Wall. He's the one who coined it in the summer edition of the International Society of Cryptozoology's newsletter.
Classic issue.
Mm-hmm. He came up with a word to replace terms like monster, you know?
Yeah. That makes sense.
30 years into the field, and they were like, we need a better word for this.
We need a name, you know?
This term, just like the subculture, is not accepted as a scientific term by academic zoologists.
Whatever.
The Wikipedia writer made that clear.
I bet they did.
Okay, so that's just a tiny little history on cryptozoology. Now, I went around and found some random local cryptids from around the world to talk about.
Yay!
But we have one to start with that is perhaps one of the most famous cryptids. And I only wanted to bring it up because I have you here and I feel like you would appreciate the age of this cryptid.
Okay.
I don't know. I just wanted to talk about it with you.
Okay. I saw this cryptid and I thought of you immediately. I get that a lot.
Well, and also, here's your hint for what it is. You speak Spanish.
Is this the chupacabra?
This is the chupacabra.
Yes. Or C, if you will.
So do you know what chupacabra translates to?
Chupacabra is literally a goat sucker.
Yes, it is. So the name comes from Puerto Rican comedian Silverio Perez on a radio show a few months after the first reports of it.
Okay.
He's the one who came up with the name goat sucker or chupacabra. So, do you know how old the legend of the chupacabra is? This is probably my favorite fact about the chupacabra.
Okay, that makes me think it's either going to be really old or like really new. So I'm going to say like 35 years.
35 years. Okay. You're close. In March of 1995. Fun fact, did you know that you're older than the chupacabra?
I mean, I had a suspicion, and that is my birth month, so I am 10 years older than the chupacabra.
Incredible.
Suck it, chupacabra, as you are wont to do.
Oh, I hate puns. Oh my God. Okay, so March 1995. Set the scene, okay?
I remember.
8 sheep are discovered dead in Puerto Rico, reportedly with 3 puncture wounds in their chest and drained of blood.
Ugh.
Yeah. In August of that year, in the Puerto Rican town of Canovanas.
Canovanas?
Sure, okay, I'll take that. I was close enough. As many as 150 livestock and pets were killed.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So this is when the first eyewitness account happens of the chupacabra by a woman named Madeline Tolentino. She witnesses a creature that she described as reptilian, alien-like, and the size of a small bear that hops on its back legs like a kangaroo. It had greenish-gray, scaly skin with spines or spikes down its back and bright red eyes.
That is fully unacceptable and nothing I ever want to see.
Later witnesses described it as sometimes having wings, fangs, and a snake-like tongue. Sometimes it was tailless or had a tail that the spines grew to. And some reported that it flew and swooped down on prey from above, or that it could hop up to 20 feet. It leaves behind a sulfuric smell, and in one report, slime.
See, that's a lot of variables for me. Like, I need to know what I'm dealing with, and that is just too many options. Like, do you fly? Do you jump? I don't know.
That's the thing about cryptozoology is it relies on eyewitness accounts, and they are all different.
Oh, boy.
Get used to it, babe. Okay, so reports of similar attacks on livestock were reported in other countries, including, but not limited to, Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Peru, Colombia, and the U.S. Today, it's allegedly been cited as far north as Maine.
Oh.
And even in Russia, India, and the Philippines.
This little guy gets around. I bet he does have wings.
Mm-hmm. Most reports can be separated into 2 categories. The first, from Puerto Rico and Latin America, are about animal attacks. Mm-hmm. So a doctor with the Department of Agriculture in Puerto Rico analyzed 300 of these animals and found that they had, in fact, not been bled dry.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The second category, reports from the United States, featuring sightings of more dog-like creatures with hairless, scaly skin that attacks livestock.
Yeah, I had always heard kind of like dog-like.
Yes. So the more alien-like is the original reports. Okay. Modern day, we lean more towards the dog-like ones.
And by modern day, we mean more modern than the last 30 years, because now we know the chupacabra is 30 years old.
In the age of internet cryptid fans.
Yes. It'll be 31 soon. We should have a party.
Oh, yeah. 2 more months. I'm just imagining a chupacabra in like a little party hat.
Yeah. I mean, we have plenty of time to plan.
And find one.
Yeah.
We'll be the first people to capture one alive.
Yes. Just for party purposes.
Okay, so most investigations find that these animals are actually coyotes or hairless dogs with mange or scabies.
Ugh.
Yeah. Which, for those of you who don't know, I'm about to ruin your blissful ignorance, is parasites that live in your flesh and burrow under your skin. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it there.
Ew.
It's bad.
Ew.
It's real. Don't look up pictures.
I wasn't planning on it.
Yeah, it's bad. But that accounts for the inflamed skin and bony appearance and patchy hair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And because they are weakened, they go after easy prey like farm animals.
Yeah.
Attacks are also frequently reported in areas that often experience droughts, as was the case both in Puerto Rico in 1995 and in Mexico in 1996.
Okay.
When these reports happened, which would explain the loss of usual prey for the predators and cause them to hunt farm animals or pets. The victims include goats, sheep, cattle, horses, chickens, cats, and dogs. So investigator Benjamin Radford performed a 5-year investigation on the chupacabra, wrote a book about it.
Oh.
And he announced that Tolentino, the first eyewitness, her description was in fact based on a creature from the movie Species in 1995.
Okay.
She had seen the movie shortly before making her report, and according to him, believed the events of Species were based in reality.
Oh, ma'am.
Reportedly.
Bless her heart.
The chupacabra has since been referenced in lots of media, including movies, adult and children's animation, books, comics, and has even had songs written about it.
It may or may not be in a Scooby-Doo movie.
Has to be.
That I'm pretty sure I showed students at one point because it was, Spanish.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you need a movie day. Here's Scooby-Doo and the chupacabra.
I think you're right. I'm getting vague memories of that.
This
now.
was like pre-Coco and, Encanto. I didn't have any of those. So.
Well, when they were talking about how like hairless dogs, with like spines running down its back, I was literally picturing the hairless dog from Coco.
Yeah.
So that is my very quick history of El Chupacabra.
All right.
Yeah. And now I just have a list of random local cryptids from around the world. So the first one is the Loveland Frogman.
Never heard of it.
Okay, so this takes place in Loveland, Ohio, which is part of the Cincinnati metropolitan area.
Okay.
Yeah, so not too far from us. So it was first sighted in 1955 by a businessman driving late at night. He saw 3 creatures described as about 3 to 4 feet tall with, quote, leathery skin and frog faces.
Gross. Go on.
Sometimes they are reported to wield sticks as tools and make them emit sparks like magic wands.
It's giving Ninja Turtles to me.
But like wizard Ninja Turtles?
Wizard Ninja Turtles, but also frogs. I feel a series. Like
they're cousins.
Yes.
Ninja Turtles and wizard frogs.
Yes. Would watch.
Okay, and then on March 3rd, 1972, police officer Ray Shockey was driving along Little Miami River when a Loveland frogman ran out into the road. He said it was crouched like a frog before it stood on its hind legs to climb over a guardrail and down to the river. So he told his coworker, Mark Matthews, about it, and 2 weeks later, Matthews is driving in a nearby area and he saw a similar creature. So, as a cop, remember, he gets out and he shoots it.
Obviously, yeah.
He kills it and then takes the body, puts it in his trunk to go show Shockey, who confirmed that it was the same animal that he saw.
Okay.
So they identified it as a large iguana that had dropped its tail, likely a former pet.
I don't have a lot of words, but it walked on its hind legs.
Yeah, iguanas can, they'll run.
Oh, unacceptable. I did not know that.
You've never seen a video of like a lizard running on its back legs?
Maybe I have. But like iguanas are big.
Yeah. So to be fair, I have not seen an iguana do that.
I've seen like the gecko size lizard do that.
Now maybe he didn't run like that, but like he could climb a guardrail.
But he shouldn't.
Yeah.
In my
he also
opinion.
shouldn't be running around without a tail.
Yeah, put your tail on. Like focus on you. Oh, I'm getting like an image, and it's kind of making my skin crawl a little bit. But that's okay.
Yeah, typing these notes while looking at a picture of an iguana was an experience.
Yeah, I bet.
Remembering how big they are.
Yeah, because you said like 3 feet.
Yeah,
that's more than half of me, and I'm uncomfortable with it.
Imagine looking down and there's an iguana at like your hip height, just
Nope.
kind of looking up at you.
Nope, no tail, just on its hind legs. Like
Staring
he's gonna
up at you like a puppy.
Yeah, like he's gonna ask me a question. Absolutely not.
Hey, you want to see a magic trick?
Okay, maybe.
See, it's fine.
If he also does magic.
Imagine him in a little wizard hat. See, problem solved.
Yes, okay, that makes it cute.
So the last reported sightings that I saw were in 2016 by a couple playing Pokemon Go by the river.
Also in Ohio?
Yeah,
like that same,
so along the Little
just,
Miami River.
Okay, very isolated.
Yes, this is
area.
Solely in Loveland, Ohio.
All right. And like, did they think it was a Pokemon at first? Like they were just so into it and they were like, yes.
Looking through like the AR
Yeah.
on their phone.
And then they put their
Try and
phones
catch
down.
it.
Oh my God.
So that is the Loveland Frogman.
All right.
Next we have this one's just called Old Ned.
Are you too young for old Greg from the Mighty Boosh?
Yes.
Okay, we'll look at that later. But...
Okay. So this takes place in Lake Utopia in New Brunswick.
Okay.
And I would like to apologize beforehand. There are a couple names in here that are First Nations Indigenous, and I did my best to find accurate pronunciations. I will do my best to pronounce them correctly. Please give me some grace.
That's all you can do.
Okay. So, Lake Utopia is a 7-kilometer long lake, which is a little over 4 miles.
Thank you.
For us Americans. And it's narrow, but it holds 6 small islands.
Oh, okay.
In it. So it's wide enough for, some islands. Legend tells of 2 Wolastoqiyik people being chased across the lake on their canoe by a large sea monster.
Okay.
In 1867, a group of sawmill workers saw a beast thrashing around Cannonball Island, which is one of the 6 islands, estimated to be about 30 feet long and 10 feet wide.
That is too many feet in both directions.
Yeah.
For me.
And that's just what they could see above water,
Oh, also unacceptable.
Yeah.
Because if it's like an iceberg situation where we're only seeing a tiny part of it.
Now maybe, because they said it was thrashing, so maybe in this instance you do see the full length of it,
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't want to find out.
Yeah, it's okay. That was 150 years ago.
Yeah. He's probably dead.
Yeah. And on that note, several sightings occurred over the following days. And then in October of 1868, following year, Harper's Weekly published an article about a gigantic fish that was caught in Passamaquoddy Bay, which is linked to Lake Utopia.
Okay.
Okay, so it could have gone like a Loch Ness situation, gone under in the tunnels or whatever. This fish was described as having a flat tail, dorsal fin, and 2 short little legs. There was a picture in the newspaper as well.
So we got lizards without tails, and we've got fish with legs. This just it's a lot of mixed up situations.
Now, would you like to hear the explanation for the 2 little legs?
I would love to.
So today it is believed that this was in fact a basking shark, which is the 2nd biggest type of shark in the world.
Oh.
But is pretty harmless.
Okay.
Eats plankton and stuff.
Okay.
But like many sharks,
it has legs?
It has 2 claspers that basically function as penises for mating. But, to people unfamiliar with fish and shark biology,
they're like, those are legs.
Yeah, you could say, look at those 2 tiny little fucked up legs.
Those are definitely not fish dicks.
Yeah. What animal has 2 dicks side by side?
0, probably.
So that's a possibility,
Okay.
I don't know if anybody has ever recorded a basking shark getting 30 feet long.
Yeah.
But they caught a big old fish.
For some reason, when I was thinking of it with legs, I put feet on the legs.
Oh, so did the illustrator for the newspaper.
Okay. Okay, same.
Imagine 2 little, almost like dog hind legs on a gigantic, whale shark hybrid.
And
that's what it looked like. So after that, there were no sightings for 5 years.
Okay.
So people were like, that's it.
Yeah.
We got it, And then a group of Wolastoqiyik reported seeing another large creature off of Cannonball Island again. It was seen several times that summer, and it was described as longer than 20 feet.
Okay.
Because that's what they could see above water.
Yeah.
A deep red color with bloody jaws.
Ooh.
And similar in appearance to a giant eel.
All right.
And that one only showed up for that summer, but several people saw it.
Was on vacation. Yeah. Just seeing the sights with its bloody jaw.
My summer island, Cannonball Island.
Yeah. It's got a place there. It's gorgeous.
So there have been a handful of sightings of Old Ned in the last 150 years, but nothing as consistent as those 2 summers.
Old Ned. I would love to know where the name came from.
It's like some locals who were like,
oh, it's old Ned.
like some tourist comes in being like, I heard that there were reports of a sea monster. And then these like little old men at the local inn are like, oh, you must be talking about old Ned. That's how those things happen,
yeah,
right?
100%.
Our next cryptid is the bullebak
Never
from
heard of it.
the Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
It's from various provinces in the Netherlands, but they all have similar creatures, similar stories, just different names for it. But that's like the overall name is the bullebak. So these are creatures that reside in lakes, rivers, and canals in the Netherlands, of which there are many.
Yeah. They love a fjord.
A loch as well.
Yeah.
So they are sometimes described as green with yellow or fiery eyes and large teeth. Some say that they are water ghosts who are slimy and see-through.
Gross.
Depends on your report.
Yeah.
They are said to drag unsuspecting children who get too close into the water and drown them.
Yikes.
Yep. And keep in mind, back in the day, most people could not swim.
Yeah.
So possibly just like a folktale to keep kids away from water.
That was my first reaction, was like, this is a great way to make your kids stay on the land.
Mm-hmm. If you get close to the canal, kid, you're going to get dragged by the ankles into the water.
Parenting at its finest.
The bullebak was referenced in a play from 1618. So this is a very old folktale.
We could do that play. Let's find it.
Okay, we'd have to translate it probably, though. Translate it from Old Dutch into Old English and then to Modern English.
So that's like 3 things.
I'm sold. I don't know what the plot is, but I'm sold. And then the last thing I have on them is that the Amsterdam Council has named 2 bridges after the creature.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. 2.
He's a big deal.
Yeah.
In Amsterdam.
Who knew?
An official fella. Okay, our next cryptid is the Tokoloshi.
All right. Sounds kind of Russian or something.
South African.
I was so close. I was the closest of all the guesses in the room.
The 2 closest countries to each other in the planet.
Yes.
Russia and South Africa.
Often mistaken for one another. See, now when my husband listens, this will fully track because he knows I know nothing of geography. I have no concept. I
was also making an attempt at a pronunciation that probably came out sounding Russian. So that's probably on me.
It's on you.
Yeah.
Fully.
I found a video of a guy and he said it was Tokoloshi.
Tokoloshi.
So that's what I'm going with.
All right.
Because otherwise it was a bunch of like AI generated pronunciations. Boo. Yeah, no. It's like, here's how an American computer would say this.
Nope.
So I'm going with Tokoloshi. This is a creature from Zulu mythology, and stories have been told about the Tokoloshi in South Africa and Lesotho.
Okay.
It is described as about a foot tall and similar to a monkey. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's ghost-like, with a hole in its head, or zombie-like, with gouged out eyes.
See, at first I was like, okay, a foot tall, like I can manage this one. This is a lot more reasonable than all the other creatures I've heard about. But then...
This is probably the worst one on my list, to be honest.
Then we throw in a zombie twist that I don't care for.
Yes. Like, I know that the bullebak drowns children, but this is, like, the most evil one on the list.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So, the legend states that they are made by shamans or witches to enact revenge on those that they believe have wronged them.
Ooh.
So, they are an evil creature who attacks their target in their sleep. They choke them, beat them, steal their belongings, cause general chaos, and sometimes, in stories, even assault their victims.
Jesus, that is a vicious little monkey.
Yeah. So to keep yourself safe, though, you do have a couple of options.
Good.
To prevent a tokoloshi from entering your home, you can line your door frames and windowsills with blessed salts.
Which I've already done, obviously.
They also reportedly like curdled milk. So possibly you could lure them away or something with that. I don't know.
They can keep that one. Also, I think we should point out that the best way to protect yourself against them is to not piss off one of these shaman.
Yeah.
Step 1.
For sure.
However, if that's not possible, salt and curdled milk would keep a lot of people away from your house.
Yeah. You're not wrong about that.
Ugh.
Now, to get rid of one that has been set upon your house,
Mm-hmm.
right? Forget the preventative measures.
Yeah,
It's too late.
it's-
Direct action time. You have to find the medicine bundle that is buried nearby your house
Okay.
that was used to create the tokoloshi. And it is typically a mixture of oils and various animal bits.
No, thank you.
Yeah. It's a dark magic. you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you gotta find that, dig it up, and destroy it.
And now, can I destroy it anyway? Like, I would assume there's a special way I have to destroy it. I can't just, like, throw it away.
I don't know. It didn't say. I would imagine
Like,
burning it is probably your best bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have a zombie monkey set upon me, throwing it away is not going to be enough for me, even if
Now-
I've not heard anything otherwise.
Now here's a question. Just speculation. If you find it, does that then give you power over the tokoloshi? And could you then bury it in your own enemy's yard?
Oh. Well, I mean,
And then set it upon them?
I guess, yeah, then you're part of the problem instead of part of the solution. So,
But if you know who cursed you with it, maybe you could like return it to them.
yeah,
I don't know.
regifting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just paying it forward
Yeah.
one zombie monkey at a time.
And then I thought this was kind of fun. The most common preventative measure that is still practiced by superstitious people today is to raise your bed by putting bricks or paint tins under the legs so that the tokoloshi can't reach you.
Haha, take that.
Yeah, nice and simple.
Yeah.
Just keeps it away from you while you sleep.
See, but my bed has little stairs so that my dog can get up and down. So,
You're fucked.
yep, perfect. Perfect for a
Just-
tokoloshi.
Don't piss off any witches and you'll be fine.
I do my best. No promises.
Okay, we've got two more. So our next one is are you ready for it?
Yes.
First off, just humor me.
Okay.
Tell me where in the world that you think that this is from, okay? This next cryptid is called the Snallygaster.
The Snallygaster.
Yes.
Immediate thought is a Dr. Seuss book.
You're not wrong.
Snallygaster. Like, I don't know why, but Louisiana popped into my head for no, like, because
You're
it
not
kind
far
of
off. It is in the U.S.
sounded like gator. I don't know.
It is in the
Snallygaster.
U.S. And honestly, you're kind of close with Dr. Seuss because it was first cited and presumably named by German immigrants.
Hell yeah. I am nailing this.
You are.
Yes.
So it is from, specifically, Washington and Frederick counties in Maryland.
Again, I was the closest guess of all the guesses.
So, like I said, first cited by German immigrants in the 1730s and described as a half-dragon, half-bird monster with a metal beak filled with razor-sharp teeth and also possessing claws. It sometimes had tentacles. You know,
Just
Yeah.
coming out of wherever.
Yeah.
And a metal beak.
yep. Well, a metal-like.
Okay.
Metallic. I don't know what that metal-like beak. Don't know
Yeah.
what that means, but
Shiny.
couldn't break it with a rock or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And tentacles.
It would swoop down and snatch people up to carry them away,
Oh,
or sometimes just drink their blood.
variety.
Imagine something with a beak trying to drink your blood.
It-
How does that work?
It feels awkward. He has a secret, like, straw.
Do you know that clip with oh my god, I think it's Vincent Price with Kermit the Frog, and Kermit is like, he's got little Dracula fangs and he
Yes.
bites him in the neck.
Yeah.
I'm imagining like that, like a Kermit the Frog mouth situation latching onto somebody's neck.
Just a Muppet. I mean, it's called a Snallygaster, so again, feels Muppet adjacent.
Literally. Okay, so you could scare it away with a 7-pointed star, which are still common today in the area, painted on barns.
Next time I'm up that way, I'm 100% gonna pay attention for that.
It's also so, I didn't look up specifically. If I'm right, because like my dad went to school in Maryland. If I'm right, then this is the area where like a decent amount of politicians live. It's in like the panhandle of Maryland. So I'm picturing, what if the Snallygaster came back? I'm just picturing some direct action.
Yeah. I mean, somebody needs to take action, and at this point, I'm thinking, the snallygaster is our only hope.
The like legend that when the world needs him most, Prince Arthur will return.
Yeah.
But when America needs it most, the snallygaster will return.
Oh, there's your merch right there. Like,
just snapping people up.
Yeah. Fully support.
Okay, so in 1909, the local newspaper reported sightings of the snallygaster, and it exploded in popularity again.
I thought you were just going to say explode. They saw the snallygaster, and he exploded. The end.
Breaking news. No, it exploded in popularity.
Oh, for sure.
The Smithsonian Institution offered a reward for its body or hide, like proof that somebody has found it.
Yeah.
And apparently, reportedly, President Roosevelt almost canceled an African safari to instead hunt down the snallygaster.
That fully tracks because he was all about hunting and that kind of thing. So
that would be the crown jewel of his
absolutely
trophy collection.
Yeah, that would be all we would talk about in terms of his presidency. Like, yeah, he did whatever.
Yeah, sure, the teddy bear, whatever.
Yeah, Rough Riders, this and that. Snallygaster.
Imagine if we had stuffed snallygasters instead of stuffed teddy bears.
I mean, I say we make it happen in
this
world.
Terrifying half dragon, half bird monstrosity.
I feel like they can do that at Build-A-Bear.
Oh, for sure.
Like, they can definitely. We have the technology.
But I'm imagining, like those pictures of fucked up 1920s toys, like handmade toys and stuff. I'm imagining the like fucked up handmade snallygaster plush.
Oh yeah, for sure. One thing that I think is really interesting, and I don't know if heartwarming is the right word, but like thinking about, 1909, you said, and it exploded in popularity. Like, this kind of stuff has always interested people.
Yeah.
It's over 100 years later, and we still love to hear about all of these kind of things, and, like, that's just neat.
Folklore is timeless.
Yeah.
Now, all of that to say that it was later revealed that those reports were a publicity stunt from the newspaper to increase sales.
Oh, damn it.
Just the 1909 ones, though.
Okay.
Yeah. They didn't make up the original.
The snallygaster was not like the original Grimace or something, for some restaurant. Okay.
The origin story still stands uncontested.
They just exploited it for their own profit.
Yes.
More American.
And then the president made a comment on it, and they were like, maybe we should come clean.
Maybe we should rein this in.
Yeah. Okay. Last one.
All right.
So these are atmospheric beasts.
Okay.
Have you heard of atmospheric beasts?
Not by that name.
Well, they do have other names.
Okay.
So this is a global phenomenon.
Okay.
And they are also known as sky jellyfish, cloud beasts, or aerial organisms.
None of those are ringing a bell.
No? Okay. Well, they are described as plasma or energy-based life forms that don't obey known biological or physical laws.
They're not having it.
No.
Defiant.
They take many shapes and forms, including going between solid and vaporous states. They can hover and levitate without wings, or even disappear. They are able to change size, shape, color, glow, or emit electromagnetic pulses.
I mean, a lot of it just sounds like water.
But, like, visible up in the sky.
Yeah. Yeah, except for that.
Many think that a large portion of UFO sightings are actually atmospheric beasts.
Oh.
Not machines.
Interesting.
But native to Earth's atmosphere rather than extraterrestrial. One of the earliest known sightings is the Crawfordsville Monster in Indiana in 1891, described as a living cloud with fins. All hail the glow cloud. Hello, can anybody hear me? Some reports suggest they feed on radiation or electricity and are thus often spotted during storms or over power plants.
That makes sense.
Now, Erin, you may be asking me, if there are flying beasts in our skies all over the world, how have we never found proof of one?
It's a solid question.
Surely, if at least one would fall out of the sky when it dies, right?
You would think.
Yeah, right? Well, you see, when they die, they fall to earth as slime and then immediately evaporate.
Classic.
And that's atmospheric beasts.
Honestly, I had not heard, other than the chupacabra, I had not heard of any of those. So that was kind of exciting for me.
Yeah, I looked up like weird random ones.
Yeah. Because I've heard of Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster and Mothman and all those guys.
Yeah.
Jersey Devil. But no, none of those.
Yay.
Yeah. Love to learn. I'm a lifelong learner.
Okay. So that's all I have on cryptids, our little amuse-bouche, if you will, of our cryptid program. And I believe that you have a story to share of your own.
Yes, I do. So I don't have a ghost story or anything particularly spooky to share. And based on some of the other stories that I have heard on the podcast, I'm actually pretty thankful for that. So, Jordan's Lake story or other Erin's subway story, absolutely not. No, thank you.
Nobody is envious of other Erin's subway story.
No, that was terrifying. But what I do have are weird feelings that sometimes border on premonitions. So definitely not claiming to be psychic, but I feel like I have more of these moments than the average person.
Yeah, I've never had a premonitory dream. And I know you say that you're not psychic, but hear me out.
Well, I will say that I think I heard or read this fairly recently. People like me who have OCD are sometimes mistaken as psychic because we are so hyper vigilant. Your brain is busy racing, thinking of every possible worst case scenario in the world. You're bound to be right a time or two.
Yeah.
That being said, most of my things I can't really tie to my anxiety, which is impressive because I can tie it to most things. But it's like, why would I have been worried about that? That makes no sense. So,
or just the timing was insane.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can tell you what song's going to come on the radio so often. It's
that's not hypervigilance.
No, that's just like, oh, that's weird. You know. So I've got just two little stories about that. So the first one, before I married my husband, we were living in separate cities. It's about a 40-minute drive between the two. And I was still living at home at the time, but I had a dog and I didn't want to always leave my dog with my mom. I felt like I would be a bad dog mom. So he started coming and just staying with me on the weekends so we could hang out and I could still be a good dog mom.
Co-parent.
Yes, co-parenting. But this one weekend, we actually had an event that we were supposed to come to back here in his city. And so we took my car, but he drove because he's a much better driver and he enjoys it way more than I do. So we're driving the route that he takes every weekend to and from my house. Kind of a back road, but it's not like a little country road with crazy turns and, dirt road or any of that. Paved, pretty straight shot, nothing crazy. So I'm sitting in the passenger seat, and for some reason, I closed my eyes for a few minutes, which is a little unusual for me. I just don't really do that. I like to be aware of my surroundings, hypervigilant. So I'm sitting there with my eyes closed, and all of a sudden, I just have this vision of us hitting a deer, which I'd never hit a deer. He'd never hit a deer. Until I opened my eyes just in time to see a deer jump in front of us, which we obviously then hit. Thankfully, the damage was minor for us. The car. Yeah, not for the deer. It didn't work out well for the deer. But I fully saw that happen in my head before it actually happened.
Okay, so you have told me this story before, but I thought that you had fallen asleep and dreamed this.
No.
So you straight up just envisioned it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Very few of these are sleep related. Usually when it's just, it's
wild.
It's like That's So Raven kind of a thing where I just there's a little, thought of something that pops into my head. Yeah.
That feels even more okay, I know we've covered the hypervigilance thing, and I'm not trying to say that people with OCD are psychic, but having it as a straight up vision feels even more psychic than because dreams are just brain dumps, so it makes sense that all of that would just come off in a dream.
Yeah,
that's wild. Okay. Continue.
So this sort of thing happens really regularly. The thoughts not hitting deers. And it's almost never useful. I can't actually think of a time where it's been useful to me. But just one more recent example is probably a couple months ago. I was waking up, still laying in bed, and I was thinking about work for the day. And we have just periodic, little potlucks and party kind of things in the office for team building stuff. And we were having one that day. For whatever reason, when I woke up, I pictured the office and I pictured white tablecloths on the tables for the potluck, which if you've ever been to an office potluck is generally not the vibe. So didn't really think anything of it until it, was time for the potluck. And sure enough, for some unknown reason, there were white tablecloths out on the tables.
What the heck?
And that's not something I would have been worried about, the presence or absence of tablecloths, but just a random thing that I thought of, and then it happened. So
the weirdest, most useless superpower.
Yes, yeah. I can't tell you the lottery numbers, tell you what stocks to buy, anything like that, but I can predict deer, and I can predict the presence of unexpected tablecloths.
You can predict deer without enough time to avoid them.
Yes, yeah. Moments before they appear, I predict them. The skill that no one asked for. But yeah, those are just two of my random feelings, premonitions, whatever you want to call them.
That's so funny. Oh my God. I love that for you, though.
Thank you. I'm so glad.
Fun little party trick.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I have a story of my own.
All right.
And you already know this, I believe.
I think so, but I don't remember it off the top of my head. So It might be partially brand new to me.
Okay. So this is not actually a ghost story.
Okay.
This is a glitch in the Matrix story. So for people who have not heard of glitch in the Matrix, it is not so much like the idea that we are living in a simulation, but if we were to be living in a simulation, it's when like little glitches happen where, like suddenly you have double of something or just some like little inconsistencies that don't make sense,
Exactly.
And there's, lots of stories of people online having glitches in the Matrix and stuff. And I never thought anything of it. I was like, ooh, it's another like creepypasta type thing. And then I had one.
That'll do it.
Yeah. So this was back in early 2020.
Oh.
If not during lockdown, then it was immediately before lockdown.
Okay.
It was like February or March of 2020.
Pretty recent.
Mm-hmm. So at the time, I was living in an apartment with Danny and Kay from the Lake Story,
yes.
Right? And Kay was not there at the time, but Danny was. So let me describe the layout of our apartment super quick.
Okay.
You walk into the living room. Directly across from you is the doorway to the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you walk up to the doorway of the kitchen, but you don't go through it, and you make a right-hand turn, then there is a hallway.
Okay.
Halfway down the hallway, across from each other, you've got bathroom door and Danny's bedroom door.
Okay.
At the end of the hallway, my bedroom door and Kay's bedroom door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Got it.
So, I am in my bedroom one day, just chilling on my computer, sitting on my bed. And I have my bedroom door closed. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, Danny needs something from me. So, he opens up the door, just like opens it a crack where like it's his shoulder doesn't even come in. It's just his head in the doorway, right? And we talk for a minute, and then he closes the door behind him. I go back to fooling around on my computer, and I hear the bell from the collar of our cat. And I look down, and sure enough, there she is. And I'm like, oh, she must have slipped in when Danny opened the door.
Yeah.
And I just didn't see her for whatever reason.
Cats be sneaky.
There's a reason we gave her that bell. She was so sneaky. Even with it, she was often sneaky. So she's just wandering around my room, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm too lazy to get up and let you back out.
Yeah.
You can stay. So she wanders around a little bit. And underneath my dresser, I had something in a plastic bag. And she starts batting at the plastic bag. And I don't want her to mess with it or rip it with her claws. So I'm like, hey, get away from there. And she's not. So again, I'm lazy. It's a weekend. I had some change on my bedside table. And I like picked up some quarters and like just kind of like lobbed them at her to get her to
as you do.
quit, you know?
Yeah.
It was gentle. I did not hurt her. This is not animal abuse.
Cats hate quarters.
Yeah, listen.
Little known fact.
It worked, okay? 3 quarters in, she left.
Not even $1.
Yeah, I had good return on investment.
Nice.
So she wanders around for like just a little bit more, and then she starts scratching at the door to get out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm sure I have to go to the bathroom anyway. I'll finally get up. So I get up and I open my bedroom door, and she darts out and strangely immediately goes into the bathroom and sits on the toilet seat.
She had to go.
No,
Okay.
she's never done this before.
Yeah.
And never had done it since. But
Yeah.
she sits squarely on the toilet seat. Like she knew where I was going.
She just wanted to inconvenience you.
Literally. And so I walk into the bathroom, and Danny's door, by the way, is shut.
Okay.
Okay. Right across from the bathroom door. Right. So I go in the bathroom and I'm like, hey, scoot. And like, she didn't move. Like I had to push her off the toilet seat. And then so she finally leaves the bathroom. I close the door, do my business. I go back out into the kitchen to get a drink, and I don't see her in the living room or the kitchen. And I'm like, where the fuck did the cat go?
Yeah.
It's not a big apartment.
Yeah.
I closed my bedroom door behind me. I look around for her. I search. Cannot find her. So then I go to Danny's room and I knock on the door. He tells me to come in. And I open the door and I'm about to ask him, hey, where's the cat? And I see her curled up next to him asleep on his bed. And I was like, oh, I didn't hear you open your door.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, the cat. I didn't know she was in here. And he was like, she's been asleep in here for the last hour. And I was like, no, the fuck she ain't.
I disagree.
And we have this thing. So, listen, we were all theater kids. And as such, the bits went hard. Okay. So, Danny had this code that he came up with his friends in high school. And it was like a code of honor, basically, where if you were doing a bit and somebody either couldn't tell if it was a bit or if it was like getting too deep, then you would ask them like, hey, dead ass.
Kind of like a safe word.
Yeah. No, literally, you're right. Yeah, it was like it was our safe word.
Yeah.
And it later became a thing, especially when we got into like the ghost stuff of like, hey, are you messing around?
Yeah.
Or dead ass, is this happening? And so I was like, hey, dead ass. And he was like, no, dead ass. She's been asleep in here.
Yeah.
So I told him what happened. I was like, okay, dead ass for me. There was a second cat identical to her.
Bell and everything.
That I touched that moved stuff in my room.
Responded to change.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, well, you must have been like dreaming it or something. And I was like, come look at these quarters on my floor.
Yeah.
Bitch. I'm
got the evidence.
I'm an adult and I know when I'm awake or not,
Yeah.
you know, like, so yeah, that was my glitch in the Matrix. There was a brief time where we had 2 identical cats in our house.
Very weird.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes you hear, like, I've seen things online where somebody will, like, post a picture of a cat and they're like, plot twist, like, I don't have a cat. Like, a cat has just gotten into their house or something. But that was not the case here.
No,
everything was
like,
all
she was
shut up and
a calico with a very specific coat and specific collar. And also, like, and I know that he wasn't just pulling my chain because I didn't hear his bedroom door open.
Yeah.
So, and she also wouldn't fall asleep that fast.
Yeah.
So
they can fall asleep fast, but not like.
Yeah, no, she'd get comfy for a while.
Very, very weird.
Yeah. I literally cannot explain it. We had 2 cats.
Yeah. For about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it was back to single cat life.
Thank God.
Yes.
God, the scratches on my arm from that. She thought I was like her litter mate. I don't know what happened. I don't know how he became the alpha in the house, but she thought I was her like playmate and would like
assert dominance.
Yeah, like she would just try to play, like she would hide around corners and like jump out at me and try and play, which is fine, except for she has claws and I don't have fur to protect my arms.
Yeah.
So
distinct disadvantages.
Mm-hmm. Also, she was like maybe 5 pounds and I didn't want to hurt her.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my story for today.
And like I've never heard of anything like that happening to anybody.
No, yeah. The glitches are weird, man. Yeah. If anybody else has a glitch story, please submit it because they're fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about me is like I've don't have any of these kind of stories of my own, but I really enjoy hearing other people's because...
Except for your premonition, your visions.
Yeah, but that's different. That's, tablecloths and deers. But, like, I fully believe in all of this stuff. It's just never happened to me, and that's fine. But I really enjoy hearing about it.
Well, then I'm glad we have a podcast
I
for
was
you
going
to
to say,
listen to.
if only there were a podcast I could listen to. Wait a minute.
You're on it. My, how the turntables. Okay, and on that note. So, yes, thank you for listening to our podcast. And special thank you to Erin for guest hosting while Caroline is otherwise indisposed.
Had a great time. Happy to do it.
Thank you. You can find us on all of our socials. The handle is at egags podcast. That's EGAGS podcast. We have a website and an email address. That's egagspodcast@gmail.com. And we welcome submissions of any paranormal experiences, ghost or otherwise. Or if you don't have any stories, just reach out and we'd be happy to talk about spooky shit.
Yeah.
Obviously we like doing it.
Have you seen Old Ned? Tell us about it.
Do you have Old Ned merch? Because I would love Old Ned merch.
Yes. Otherwise we have to make it.
Craft night.
Yes.
All right. As always, this is Everybody's Got a Ghost Story.
What's yours?